Hi, it's Marilyn, and I'm going to show you how to do this scrap page. It's called Say Cheese, and it has the iris, the Magic Iris camera on it. So when you're putting this together, you can put this in your page protector, and you can just cut around the camera so that you're able to use the arm, or you can just stick the camera right onto your page protector, so it's actually on the outside of the page protector. So those are two options for you. Just adds a little fun to your kit. The kit comes like this. It's got everything in it, all your title, your tape. It comes with a tape that you need for your camera, everything. So in your bag, you're going to have a smaller bag like this that has all the components for the camera. So once you take them all out, you want to place this circle with these little holes in it in front of you. And it's very important that these holes look exactly like this. You don't want them going this direction. You want them going this direction. Okay, so it looks like that. All right. So these little arms, or sausages, because they look like sausages, are what we're going to attach first. So we're going to pick this up. We're going to take this, and we're going to put that into that hook, into that slit. We're going to hook it in, move it around so that it's perfectly even with the inside of the circle. To help keep it there, I'm going to put a paper clip in place to keep it in place. I'm going to go to the next one, and I'm going to hook it in there, slide it around so that it's perfectly even with the center, and I'm going to put a paper clip. Now the third one, I'm going to hook it in, move it around, and put my paper clip on. So now it looks like that. There's 3 little X's on the end of these sausages or arms, and you're going to put a glue dot on each one. So these are the glue dots. They're mini glue dots. They work perfect. If you don't have many glue dots, you can take a large glue dot and cut it into 4s and use it that way. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to put it on that X. Now the reason you want to use glue dots is because they flex a bit. So that's good for the iris because you're going to be moving it. And we have, so if you used a liquid glue, then it would not have any give to it at all. All right, so now it looks like that. So we have our glue dots, arms in place, paper clips. Now we're going to put on one of the circles. So I'm just going to lay that on top, centering it and pushing it down. So there we go. That was pretty easy. So the most important part is getting, at the very beginning, making sure that it's facing the right side up. Now I'm going to turn it over. So we've got these little these little arms. That's fine. You're not going to see that. I know it like it's hanging over there, but that's what it should look like. So now I'm going to turn it over. Now you're going to see that there are little dotted perforation lines there in 3 spots. Those are our lines for our arms, and these arms go in between those perforation lines and are going to rest right on that inside circle. So what we need to do is we need to put some tape. So I think I'm going to use my Suquang tape, and I'm just going to put it right there. I'm tearing it off at the perforation line because I don't want any extra tape hanging over the edge because that can get in the way. So I'm just going to take that. You can use scissors right between those those dotted lines there, and I'm just tearing it off just before the perforations right there, so you can see that. Okay. Now I'm going to take the backing off that tape, and I'm going to attach my arm. So I'm going to put that there, and you'll see that it's right up against the inside circle. and right in between the spaces that they show. And there we go. So that's that. Now I'm going to flip it over. Now you can see that it looks like a Y. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put tape on each one of these, just at the end. I don't want it right up to the center. I want it, so you don't want that tape right up to there. You want to leave a spot, because when you fold these over, you don't want that tape to interfere with the layers of the circles. Okay, now it looks like a Y. This is my tab. So I want my tab to go right here, as close to this arm as possible. So I'm going to put two layers of tape, 2 rows of tape on my tab. So that's about 3/4 of an inch. There we go. Remove that backing. There we go. And I'm going to place it again. There's a hair or something on there. Oh well. I'm going to place it right along that inner center circle, and as close to this arm. So now you've got it a little V there. Okay? So now I can remove the backing of my tape. And I can remove my paper clips. And the last thing to go on is the final ring. I'm going to put that ring on there. And loosely turn these, flip these over. Now you see what I mean? I don't want any tape in there, because I don't want that part to attach. Very important. And also you're going to see once they're on, it does not come to the edge. It's below the dotted line. So then when you do this, turn it over. Of course it's going to work much better when it's attached. There we go. Can you see that? It's going to work better when it's attached to the thing. But anyways, it's working. So the only part that is going to be attached to our camera is on the back here. So I'm going to put some Sukawang tape again. And now it's all ready, and we'll be able to assemble our camera. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. So here's our camera. Here's the top of our camera, the front of it. So what I want to do now is I am going to put all my little pieces on here. So this one is going to go up here like that. So I think I'll just place them on prior to taping them, so that I can make sure I get them in the right position. So that one will go there. That one's there. This one goes here. This one goes down here. Then we have some red ones here. Like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then we can add the others. So I think that's the way it goes. And now I will add them with my tape. I'm using this tape right here. I really like it. It ends up being permanent, but if you make a mistake, you can pull it off. So I think maybe I should put these rings on first. So let's put this gray ring first. I'm just going to apply adhesive around it, and we'll just put that on there like that. And then I'm going to do the yellow one. These were all cut on my Silhouette. The actual magic iris that we made is a Lawn Fawn die, which you can purchase. There's that. And then we can put these on. Just want to make sure they're in the right position. One's a little narrower than the other. So now I'm going to put that here. And this one here. Okay, it's starting to look good. And this is going to go up here. So I'm going to put that on. There we go. And then there's a blue one. I might cut that one off a little bit with my scissors. And then this goes down here. So there's our camera. You can see here this one's a little bigger, so I think I'll just trim that. You can see on the back side here. There we go. That's for the arm of the iris. All right, so there we go. Okay, so now we're going to put our iris on. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to put the tape here because this is going to go on like that. Okay, so now I'm going to have to put tape here to add to the front. Maybe I should put the... So this is going to the front of the camera. And this is going to the back. And then that'll open up like that. Okay, so that is going to go on like that. So let's take this off. I'm going to center that on with my little hook. And there we go. So now that opens like that. Now we have this little gray piece here. This is going to, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of it. So make sure the arrow is facing the right way. And this is just going to slide in here, so that it's even with the top of the camera. So it looks like that. Okay? And then we can add these. So this one's going to go here, and the yellow on the front of it. There we go. Okay, so there's our camera. So now I'm going to turn it over, and this is going to be the back of the camera, and this is what's going to attach to our layout. So what I want to do is I want to put some fun foam, or not fun foam, but foam tape. And I'm going to put some foam tape here. This is just so that it allows the camera to move. Here. And so I'm going to take that off. Oops. Take my foam tape off. Make sure that's, and then I can take this off. And then I'm going to put the backing on. And backing goes like that, lining it up. And there we go. Now you're going to put a picture in here, and the picture can just go on the back of your camera here, and then you'll be able to see it. So then you're going to take your pieces. So on the first one, and then you're just going to lay this down. This is actually, I had ordered the wrong paper, so this, I ended up getting an adhesive cardstock. So this is actually adhesive on the back. So you just peel it off and put it down. And this little edge here, you can peel it off and put it down. And in your kit, you're going to have your title. I also included some black paper that you can mat things on. Everything is in here so that you can create your double layout that looks like this. Okay, so there we go. Have fun, and thank you very much. Brought to you by Scrapbookers Anonymous and more. Thanks.